Way in.
I don't know if they're working.
I know, I can't see how they can stand it that hot.
There's a water hose. There's one.
Well, it ain't easy.
There's Look, they're hosing that truck down now to keep it from getting too hot. Go ahead.
mill in rural Harrison County, Indiana, was destroyed tonight. The mill was engulfed in flames by the time local volunteers arrived. Melissa Swan is live by SatCam in New Middletown.
Melissa, the New Middletown feed mill was a fixture in this community for many years. Tonight, it's nothing more than burning boards and smoldering debris, which firefighters are still dousing with water. In minutes, this building became ashes. 1 minute before 6 this evening, the New Middletown Volunteer Fire Department got the call. Their 80-year-old feed mill was on fire.
Hazard waiting to happen. Problem was wooden structure, and it was dusty, and it had feed sacks, paper.
The flames shot high into the sky by the time the firefighters from 4 area departments arrived. The smoke from the building could be seen as far away as the west side of Louisville. The mill owner noticed the flames when he was returning from a feed delivery.
I saw the smoke for a mile or so, and it was hard really to tell what direction it was coming from. You know, I really never even thought anything about it. And until I got up here about a mile up the road, and I was on the crest of a little hill, and I could see the flames, and I had a pretty good idea then that it was the mill.
He was there to witness the collapse of the fiery structure. 3 people were employed at the mill. They had just left the building minutes before the flames were discovered by a passerby. Fire officials are uncertain what caused the blaze, but many of the firefighters say they weren't surprised to get the call because of the age of the building and the amount of dust inside. Many New Middletown residents say it is a great loss to their town.
It's a landmark. It was an old landmark. My dad was, as I said, was 85 when he died, and he worked here at the New Middletown feed mill.
You hate to see it go?
Yes, I did. Been out here many times, got feed for our cows and our hogs. It's sad.
Sets everybody back. Now everybody will have to go to another town to get their grinding or whatever. So he's able to put up some sort of a temporary building or whatever.
Phone lines were burned here in New Middletown because of the flames jumping up into the air. Residents of New Middletown and Elizabeth were without phone service for several hours after the fire. Most of those people have had their service restored, and work crews are here working now on the remaining lines that are still cut. Fire officials here at the scene tell me the fire marshal is due to be here in New Middletown early tomorrow morning. They're still unsure what caused the blaze today. However, they are looking in the area of the fuse box. I'm Melissa Swan reporting live via SatCam in New Middletown, Indiana.
It was a blaze that had at least an hour's worth of fuel. Amateur photographer Shirley Wolf took these pictures within minutes after a feed bin caught fire. Its grain contents helped feed the fire and destroy the building and give local firefighters a nearly impossible job.
It was bad. We had to back up once.
What was the biggest problem that you encountered?
It was the heat. It's just too hot.
It took nearly an hour to bring the blaze under control. More than 50 volunteers from 4 different fire departments had to pull water from every available source possible. Even that wasn't enough to save the 120-year-old feed bin from being destroyed.
To be honest with you, I just don't know what to tell you right now. I'm so shook up, I really don't know whether I'm coming or going.
Phone lines were cut in the neighborhood surrounding the blaze, but because there was no wind, the flames did not spread to any other nearby buildings. Fire officials say the blaze was so hot and destructive, finding a cause anytime soon would be nearly impossible. Eric Allen, Channel 32 News in New Middletown, Indiana.
It's 1 man without a business and more than 1,000 people without telephone service. The blaze destroyed the town's only feed mill, and now the owner has nothing.
That's my business, and I mean, it's not just a part-time job. That's where I make my living, and if there's any way I can get it built back, I intend to build it back.
A major problem created by the fire is a total loss of phone service to the towns of New Middletown and Elizabeth, Indiana. Officials tell us the blaze melted a number of key cables that supplied those towns. Indeed, efforts to fight the fire were hampered by the intense heat firefighters ran into when they arrived at the scene. Heat so strong that it melted the lights and broke out windows on the fire trucks. The second problem came when pumps from a pond behind the mill clogged up. Eventually, though, a hydrant from a nearby school supplied the much-needed water. Not, however, in time to save any of Mr. Reed's business. Telephone service, Contel, the phone company for the area, says workers will be on the scene all night tonight to restore service to residents. The cause of the blaze is still under investigation.